Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. We are going to do randomish. We are going to code F#. I'm gonna write my F# tutorial notes. So this is randomish, probably boring for you. Let me have a drink. This is koala, something called koala drink. Kalua, rum coffee, okay? It's pretty good. And my keyboards, Ultimate Hacking Keyboard 80, UHK 80. Search my YouTube, you'll see my reviews. Okay, now let's go to my screen. Can you see it? Yes. And can you see me? Yes. Can you hear me? Yes. Now, if you are here, say hi. If you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes I cough. I'm quitting smoking, by the way. That's a big thing. So I quit smoking about 5 days ago. Fantastic. No craving at all. So where's the audio? So this thing. Quit smoking. Fantastic. Cheers to 2026. Shit. Okay, that's code. Now my finger is a bit sticky. Let me fix that. Okay, now I'm ready to code. Now, every hour or two, I get up and walk back and forth with my iPad or Surface tablet. So I take notes and write down what I need to do for my website, and then I sit down and do them. So this is one example. So here are my notes, and let's do them, okay? Okay, so this one, array prototype slice, I already did it. Okay, so this is about JavaScript. So go to JavaScript in depth. JavaScript in depth array prototype. So this is array prototype slice.core. So wait, actually that's about function core. So you go to the function section, function, define function, whatever, and go down. There's all topics about function. Then you have a section about core apply bind. Very complicated crap in JavaScript. Okay, so I made a major update to my tutorial. So in this page, I wanted to remove those small examples because they are rather irrelevant. Okay, so this is about core. So here is a core page and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, more examples. So delete them. So copy the URL. Now go back to Emacs. Open it. Open that link. And here is more examples. So just delete. Show in browser. Fantastic, it's good. Okay, I'm updating JavaScript in depth, my JavaScript in depth tutorial. So this is done. Okay, delete that. Now, if you don't know, you just go to my JavaScript, search for it, you will find it. Okay, go up, function JavaScript object reference, go up. web dev tutorial, Xah web dev, JavaScript in depth. Okay, now go up, web dev blog, go there. So you can see this is all the updates I did in the past week related to JavaScript and HTML and CSS. So you can see I've been working on all these pages today. That's January 20th. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay, so I've been working on all these pages January 20th, and then yesterday been working on all these. Okay, so that's where you can find all the links. Just search for Xah Web Dev blog or search for XAH JavaScript in depth. That's on xahli.info, HTTP no S. Okay. So next, most used in number max. Okay, so there's another thing I need to do. So you go to the reflect function prototype apply, and you want to mention on this page. Okay, so open that. You want to tell the story when it was used. Okay, so I can tell you. So we need to add, let's see, at the bottom. Okay, here. Function. So this wait was most used to apply number max. Okay, so where is the math max? Okay, well, god, JavaScript math index. Okay, so that's not so good. No, not math. Go back to JavaScript. Wait, math JavaScript math methods. Okay, so let's open it. So that's math objects, which functions as a namespace in JavaScript. It's a static, basically static namespace space. So let's search for max math math.max. Okay, that was the that is why it's that's how it was used. Okay, so let me just show it. Wait, JavaScript, not C, and let's add a section, and let's cut that and paste it here, paste it there, and remove, make it paragraph and make it code, and let's say example. Okay, header 3. Now this is an example. So you want to know the maximum. So you have an array, you want to know the maximum. So that was, so the way you do it, so this is the way you do it today. You use triple dot, which is known as the spread operator. Okay, so run it, you get 1 to 185. Okay, so you can actually copy that, paste it here. So so run it. Okay, when one single line, no variables. Now, but in the past, we do it differently because that's before you have the triple dot spread operator. So what you do before, let's copy it, let's show it. Okay, so what you do is you, very complicated. Okay, so you say math max dot dot apply. Okay, then you say you want to apply to this. Okay, so let's say my array. Okay, so to make it clear, to make it clear, let's declare a variable. Okay, because people understand when you have a variable instead of everything in one line. So let's have a variable here. Okay, so my array. Then the way you do it before 2015 is that you say math.max.apply, then X array is the array, and that's it. Okay. So okay, now you just say printed console log, okay, and remove that. Okay. Prettify the code, evaluate the code. You got infinity, which is incorrect. What is going on? What? You need no, what? Okay, that's how you do it. But okay, let's put it back. Syntax correct, show in browser. So go down. So we are explaining that example function prototype.apply was most used to apply to find the maximum number to find the max number in a array like this before 2015. Okay, that was the story. That is a story. Okay. That's right. Okay, but today you do it this way. Okay, now now you need to link to the math section. So let's link to the math section. Okay, math section, linkify, and delete that part showing browser. So you are looking at my workflow in Emacs. This is how I create 10,000 HTML files in the past 20 years. My blog, all the mathematics and tutorial. Okay, so here you got the example. Function prototype apply was most used to find max item in a array. Okay, so this should be to clarify. This is about technical writing, so you should say max item. That one, that way is better phrased. Max item in array like this. Okay, now you go to math namespace, and then you go to search for first of all you need to update. So right now it's 2025 May. So press, make it 2026 today, and search for max. There it is, and pop it out. Okay, let's put array here. So just make it one line, so it's simpler. Okay, put it back. Syntax color everything, showing browser. That's it. Fantastic. Okay, find the maximum. So close that. So so this nodes is done. Most used in number max. Okay, delete it. Next. Okay, so showing browser, close, back to Emacs, close, showing browser, prototype apply. Let's double check. So now let's have some red wine.我在上课. So is that good? Yes, function.prototype apply was most used to find max item in an array like this. Fantastic. But should you say, you know, today it's done? Well, let's, yeah, actually, you can say today it's easier using spread operator. Okay, so you just say, let's say You don't need that complexity. ... Spread it like spread. Okay, it's a funny word. Spread operator. Okay, eval and insert the result here. Okay, now put it back. Syntax color it. Showing browser. Fantastic. Okay. Now, do you guys understand? Is there anyone watching here? Nobody. Okay. You see, this JavaScript dot apply is a very extremely complicated thing. Okay. Now, if you don't know, should I explain? Should I explain? Well, watch my video like the day before, and two of them before today. There are two videos. Each one is 1 hour. I explained how the whole prototypes based object system inheritance works. Okay, so I'm not gonna explain today. Close that. So I want to tell you, close that. I want to tell you, web blog, close. Go to today's talk show. Okay, go to Xah Talk Show. So yesterday, episode 769, JavaScript in depth. Compare array and object equality. Okay, then the day before, has own property versus object has own. So watch that one, episode 745. That has kind of in-depth talking about the object system in JavaScript, how inheritance works. If you understand, if you watch that, you understand, you will understand kind of this apply, function call apply. You see, function call apply or function call or function apply is a functional programming concept. When you have a function, you want to call it. But typically, it's not that much of a concept. Usually, all you do is you just put the parenthesis for the argument after the function. Just function name, parenthesis. The function may be a named function or maybe a lambda function, anonymous function, or whatever. As long as it's an expression, function are always an expression. Okay, you got a function. Then all you have to do, whatever it's a name or it's like lambda or non-function or like 100 lines of code, as long as it's a function expression, all you have to do if you want to call it in a well-designed functional programming language is just put a parenthesis after the function. Okay, may it be a name or expression. Okay, just put a parenthesis. Or in some languages, you don't even need a parenthesis, such as fsharp or camel. Okay, those meta languages, you don't even need parentheses, like Haskell too. But in Lisp, it's got a problem. So that's why the Lisp, they created a name called a call that allows you to call a function, because the Lisp got the problems, idiotic bad design. So they can't just normally, the way they call a function, they can't use that. It came from, so this function call kind of thing came from Lisp. The other thing is JavaScript. JavaScript, it's complicated. Okay, do I make sense? But anyway, so you got function call is a problem. Okay, in a programming language that's not well designed. Then the other thing is about function apply. Okay, now function apply, that is a thing in functional programming languages. You apply a function to a list of things. Okay, the essence. Okay, so let me explain this one. Okay, so let me put the link here. Okay, so we did let's go to my JavaScript blog. Okay, search for function. Okay, now copy or extract all URL. Okay, now close, and let's paste it here. Linkify all, make a list. And I want to delete some of them because we didn't talk about them today. So let's just leave those two. Showing browser. So this is today's talk show. We did this too. Okay. So let me tell you about apply. Now, Now, I was saying, are you guys confused? I was saying, hello, Xali Max. Hello, Elo Logs. Who are you, Elo Logs? I'm starting to get drunk. I'm not a drinker, so like this is 100 milliliters of red wine that will soothe my soul. Because why do I need to drink? Because sometimes I read about politics. Every time I read about politics, it's very sad. It's the collapse of USA. Not just USA, it's a collapse of the Western society. Okay, we're starting to get into politics. Okay, now let me now. Do I make sense? So I was saying that. Okay, I was saying that the function apply is a concept in functional programming languages. Okay, it's a good one. What it does, the function apply, what it does is basically when you have a list or array, you want to apply a function. So basically you want to pass all the elements in the list or array as arguments to the function. You see, the function doesn't necessarily take a list. Like normally it takes like a bunch of arguments, but not a list. So in that situation, but you got a list, you want to pass, you want to apply the function to all the elements in the list. That is what function apply, the concept. Okay, so this is kind of universal in all functional programming languages. Okay, but not function call. Now, function call, this function call is a misery, like I talked before. Okay, the function call, whenever you see when a programming language, they have like a function called like call of, that is abomination. That is warts. Okay, that's a disease. That's a bad design. That's a symptom of bad design. And this happened in JavaScript and in Lisp, including Common Lisp. I'm not sure about Scheme Lisp, but including Emacs Lisp, when you have something like call. Okay, so because in these languages, they are not well designed, you can't just put the function argument after the function, like the way normally function call happens. You can't do that. Therefore, you have to do it this way. So in JavaScript, why can't you do it in JavaScript? You can today, but let me show you. Okay, so we are digressing. We are kind of digressing far. We didn't actually. I was gonna work on my F#. Yeah, I need to work on my F# tutorial, but I started to talk about digression. So you guys, do you guys want to hear this story about the digression, about the function, about programming language design, and why is that whenever you have something like a function call, a function named call, for the purpose of calling a function, whenever you see that in a programming language, that indicates the programming language is badly designed. It's a symptom of a bad design. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. But I haven't started to tell the story yet. Do you guys want to hear it, or should I like start to work on F#? Let me talk about that then. Okay, so in JavaScript, okay, in JavaScript today you have arrow function. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's name a constant. ff is a function, and here is the arrow function. So you define a function. So what does the function do? Let's just say x plus 1. Okay, plus 1. So you got a function. This is lambda. In computer science, it's known as lambda because it came from lambda calculus. Okay, and so in JavaScript, this is the syntax for a function, lambda. Okay, also known as a non-function, and you can assign it to a variable. So in this case, it's a constant. So now this function is named ff. Okay, now how you call the function, all you have to do is ff3. That's how you call it, just like every other function in JavaScript. Okay, so we want to print it, so console log that. Okay, run it. So you can see result is 4. Okay, this is how you call a function. Okay, just like every function. So just like every function, you can also do it when the function is not named. Okay, so let me show you. So here's a function. What to do if you want to call it? Well, what do you do if you want to call a function normally? You put a paren and arguments after it. Okay, let's do the same thing. Do the same thing, just like that. Okay, now you want to print it. Okay, so let's console log print it. Okay, run it. You got 4. Okay, and what about this part? Run it. You got 4 too. Okay, this is JavaScript. Supreme. This is normal. This is normal way of doing things. So why is that in JavaScript you got this, function.prototype fuck.call? Very complicated. Why? Because 20 years ago, back in 1995, 30 years ago, you don't have arrow functions. The functions in JavaScript is like one fucked up fucking fuck. So you cannot do that, okay? Can you actually do that? Actually, I think actually you can. But let me explain, okay? Let me go on to explain. So actually you can. So you define a function in a normal function way. Let's say, okay, so here is a function. So you want x plus 1. Okay, let's do it. X plus 1. And here you need to say return. Okay, return the fuck. Okay, now that's a function. Now put the parent in a parent, so it, so we can group them, and we want to call it at 3. That will work too. Okay, so console log and this thing and put it there. Will it work? Yes. Okay, run it. Oh, error. What? Wait, do we oh, you forgot the parameter. That's of course how idiotic I am. Run it. Okay, you got 4. Okay, it works. Okay, so we have this back in 1995. So what are you saying? What you were saying that JavaScript got a problem, therefore you need a function call. Why? Okay, why is that? Because JavaScript, whenever a function runs, there is a hidden things going on. There is like a hidden things, fucking hidden. It hides from you. You don't know what's going on. Something is hidden. Some hidden argument is passed to a function whenever a function call happens, except the arrow function. Okay, not the arrow function. Arrow function is new in 2015. But before 2015, such as this function keyword, function, whenever it's called, there's a hidden argument passed to this function. And that hidden thing is called this binding. Okay, so that is why the entire prototype call fuck happened. Okay, so in order to understand, you have to understand this binding. This binding in JavaScript, when a function is called, it has a associated value called this binding. In function body, this binding is represented by the keyword this. Okay, the purpose of this binding is to allow a function to implicitly work with a object. Okay, so basically whenever a function is called, there is a hidden things going on. This implicit value is passed to the function behind your back. You don't even know it. You don't see it. You don't see it in the function argument. Okay, so you got this binding is going on. So this fucked up the entire JavaScript. That is why you have this function.prototype.call, which allows you to explicitly specify an arbitrary this binding to a function you want to call. Okay, that is why that happened. Okay, so I started the rant and digress. I don't think any one of you understand it, but anyway, cheers. So SM Gamma says, do you ever work with Spring Boot? No. I suppose that's a Java thing, right? That's a Java framework? Is that right? No. Did I answer your question? SM Gamma. Okay, you asked me a question, I answered. Now I asked you a question. Is my answer satisfactory? And why are you asking that? Are you, a lot of people today, the Zoomer generation, they cannot think, they are unable, they are incapable to express exactly why are they doing something, so are you asking that question because you are a Java coder and you are curious something about, is that right? Spring Boot, and what is it? Cheers. Okay, I digressed on this. I'm not sure how people will like it. And I don't know if I did a good job or not, because I should write it out though. I could, but I've written it out like a million times all over on my blog. So anyway, let's keep doing what we wanted to do. Okay, let's jump to F#. Okay, so next slide that I want to do is the triple quote. Okay, so let's go to F# tutorial. Okay, F# learning notes, and this page is about string. Okay, so you go to string, so you can learn everything about string, and there's a section about triple quoted string. What I want to do is I want to make that a new page. So separate that section into a new page by itself, because this triple quoted string is important enough to have its own page. Do you guys understand? So go to string section and search for triple, like TRIPL. So there it is. And let me just do my thing. You guys don't understand. So because if you look in my pink window, the command I just called is Xah HTML split section to new page. Okay, I have a lot custom sections. You guys, well, it'll take too much time to explain everything. So let me just do the things I want to do. So I want to rename the page, and let's just say that. Okay, and you need to add. So by convention, every programming language tutorial title began with the programming language name. So F#, then followed by a colon. Okay, so that's the name I want. And this is a real verbatim string. Okay, so open that page and change the title, select or paste. There it is. And close it. Okay, save it. Close it, show in browser. Okay, F# string, and we need to update the update date. So press, show in browser. Fantastic. Okay, single quoted string. That allows this, does not allow that. Then you got triple quoted string. Okay, so we created a new page. Fantastic. Now it's missing the topic box. You see, go back. You see, every page you got a topic box. All these links are related to string. Okay, so for example, you can go to print. When you want to print, you might need to do some format So it's, all the convenient related, this is the topic box, this navigation box. Okay. So, but now if you go to stream and then you go down, you go to the triple quoted stream, and then there's no topic box. So we need to add that. Okay. So, search for triple. Okay. Copy the link. Okay. Go down and let's see, where do you want it here? Okay. Make a list and remove that. Okay, that we have it, and press. You can see it update everything. You can see the command name in the ping window. Okay, that's the command name. So showing browser, so string, then triple quoted string, and go back to Emacs. I don't want this link here, showing browser, because now it's part of the here. Oh, you need F#. Okay, so let's add F#. Let's add it back. Press. Update it all, showing browser. Fantastic and beautiful. Now go to triple quoted string. Fantastic. So this slide, triple quoted string, new page is done. Delete. Now on this slide, next thing to do is that this link title we need to change to add verbatim. Okay, so let's go back to Emacs. So this one. Okay, so just call a command, press. Then you want to say verbatim completion. Okay, do it. So in F#, you actually have two verbatim string syntax. One is the real verbatim, that's triple quoted string. So that's a real verbatim. Okay, refresh. Okay, now the other verbatim is when you put the @ sign in front of a string, but that's not real because there's one exception, that when you have consecutive quotation mark, they stand for one single quotation mark. Okay, so for example, consecutive quotation mark means one single quotation mark. So technically it's not verbatim. Or another way to explain this is that it's a verbatim, except but when you have two of, when you have like two consecutive ones, then they become one string. So yeah, so it's actually hard to explain. It's not really verbatim. Okay, so anyway, back to Emacs. So it's done. So you can see all the changed places. You can see, because I'm calling my own command. So I'm calling a command, Xah fly command mode activate. No, not that one. I was calling Xah HTML rename links all. That allows that we will rename an article on my website of 10,000 HTML files. So it will find all the links to the article and rename it. Okay, so we just renamed F# S sign string, and we rename adding a verbatim parenthesis. Okay, now do you guys understand what I'm doing? So you see, we got that. So we can go there. Fantastic and beautiful, and it's changed everywhere. Okay, and okay, so back to this slide. This image is done. Screenshot is done. Delete. So next is that we want to change this article's title by deleting the interpolated. Okay, so this article is about F# $ string template. Okay, I don't want the word interpolated because that makes it too long, and the word interpolated is less relevant. I mean, it's less well known, so it's not. So as far as title goes, you see, the art about titling an essay or article or part of a tutorial is that you want the title to be as short as possible, but to be the most dense, full of information and the keyword that people are likely to search as much as possible. Okay, you don't want it to be like 100 words, or of course you can add, this is interpolated, allowing you to have variables or expressions. You can have that, but then when people search for expression or variable, they find like 100, 200 articles. It gets confusing. So it's not always better if you just have like long articles. So you want the title to be like as dense of information as much as possible, yet as short as possible. Okay, like a balance. Okay, so in terms of mathematicians' view, this is a optimization problem. Now, are you guys still here? I guess not. Okay, you guys don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so let me just delete that. Okay, so actually, what was it? Okay, so let's just rename. Okay, wait, what was it? You need to original name. What? Okay, yeah, so rename all. So template. Okay, let's just say lowercase, so that will rename everything. Cheers 2026. So we do have 6 people watching. Who are you guys? Are you guys Batman? Fantastic and beautiful. Showing browser. So F#. So I'm working on my F# tutorial and making some progress. You see, so right now I have everything about string. Well, not everything yet, but most of it. So you got string. You explain what is string, how do you quote them, how do you create them, literal expression. Then you got triple quoted string, how is it different, and so on. Then you got @ string. Then you got $ string, which is a template. Then you got escape string sequences. Okay, let's go to next one. Okay, I know what I want to do. So this name change is done. So delete it. So now this part is so this part is about code template string. So you need to go back to the template string page here. Okay, copy the URL, go to Emacs, open that. String, actually press. Okay, so where are we? Yeah, $ string template. So there's a code we want to change. Okay, so first of all, update the code. Update the last updated. Okay, search for pre. So pop this out. So let's run it. I have 3 TT things. So what I wanted to do is that, so what I want to do is that I wanted to check if this works for double $. No. Okay. I didn't explain what I'm doing because, well, I'm not going to explain because I'm not explaining much F# anyway. Because if I'm doing a F# tutorial, then I probably should, but I'm not really doing F# tutorial, so it takes 2 minutes to explain what is this. So anyway, so error, this construct is deprecated. $sign is not permitted as a character in operator names and is reserved for future. Okay, you cannot have double. So you cannot have double. That means that means you remove this part. This doesn't make sense. You cannot have double dollar. Okay. You can have double dollar only when you have let's say, let me show you. Okay. Whatever HH. Okay, so double dollar, but then you need to have also double quote. What? I mean triple quote. Okay, so if that will work, run it. You see, that works. Okay, so anyway, I'm not gonna explain. So run this. Yeah. Okay, so let's just put it back. Syntax correct. Showing browser. Okay, this part is done, fixed. This because I want to remove the comment because the comment is incorrect. So remove it. And on this page, okay, and this screenshot is about this page, string escape sequence. And what my note is saying is that I need to link to an ASCII page explanation. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. So search for escape. So open that, update today's date, then bookmark, open ASCII. Okay, so this is a page about ASCII characters. All you want to know about ASCII characters. What is it? Very important. In fact, critical for programmers. If you have like the first 2 years or 5 years, you may not know it much. But as you keep programming for more than a few years, then you started to know ASCII, is very important. Like all the unprintable characters, the null characters, and their representation. I mean their ID, the hexadecimal. You started to know these things. Okay, so ASCII character, copy the URL back to the page, close it. So what I want is at the bottom, add the link. Okay, so paste it, linkify, make a list, and make it a related links box. Okay, showing browser. So go down. So you can see now you got a related articles box. Click on that, you can see ASCII characters, which allows you to see the ID of the non-printable characters. Basically allows you to know what the fuck they are. Because otherwise, if you look at the string escape sequence, that's this happens in Golang, in almost every language, in Python, in fsharp, in Python, in JavaScript, in Ruby, in Java, in C, in C++, almost every language. This is a result. This string escape sequence is a result of the C fuckhead's brain damage. Okay, now if you don't know, let me mention this. Okay, this is important. These C fuckheads. Go to my talk show page. Okay, about a month ago, I did a full hour explaining the damage of the C scumbags, the C fuckheads damage, huge damage in every programming language. Their nasty destruction because of their escape sequence. Okay, so just search for string. Okay, so episode 743, Unicode code point, programming language design of string, bytes versus code unit versus char. So this is a week ago, not that one. Okay, but that one is also very good. So watch it. Episode 743. Next, there it is. Episode 702. The C printf crime and new syntax for string, rock string. Okay, so this episode I done last year, September 16th. Okay, episode 703 that details the crime of the C string syntax of this escape and fox that harmed the entire industry for 30 years because of the escape fox. Very nasty. Okay, so if you are curious, like what are you talking about? Like, how can you make such a tall claim? Like, you might check out this video. Okay, episode 702. The C crime, the C fuckheads, idiots. So anyway, so in this screenshot, what I wanted to do is, did I do it? Close showing browser? Yes, I did. I added a link to ASCII characters, which lets people understand what the fuck is form feed, what the fuck is like backspace, what the fuck is alert. Like, like modern computer programmers, they don't know because you don't, like you never, like if you want a voice, you record an MP3 or, like why do you have a alert character? Like what the fuck is it? Like in form feed character and new line, what's the difference in carriage return? Like today's people, coders, you may not understand, but anyway, so those are kind of history and we stuck with it. So those are part of the ASCII, so-called ASCII characters from 1960, and they are still with us. In fact, they are part of the Unicode UTF-8, identical, okay, because of backward compatibility reasons, okay. So these are ASCII characters. That's escape, okay. So you kind of need to, it's good if you understand it, if you are a programmer, okay. So this screenshot is done. Delete it. Next. Okay, so next, I think I've done all my F# screenshots. Now it's just some JavaScript, but I think I'm done today. Hope you guys liked it. Bestial coding stream, very educatonia. Thank you very much, Charlie. Charlie, are you Charlie Cook? Okay. Bye, guys. Okay. Bye, guys. We shut down in 1 minute or 30 seconds or something. Okay. So I did, I did the things I want to do. Yeah. Reasonably well. So what is this? Okay. Close it. And what is this page? $sign. We renamed this page. That's good. Back to Emacs. Close it. And what is this page? This is F# string. Back to Emacs. Close it. What is this page? This is F# learning notes. Last update 2026. That's good. Close. Back to Emacs. Close. What is this page? This is Xah Talk Show today. Okay, we did that. We did F#, several F# learning notes. Good enough. Good enough. Bye, guys. Let's mention, okay, so we mentioned talk show, that important talk show. Let's search for that. So that one is good to watch, and search the other one, this one. Watch that one, okay? Open it. Episode 702. The C printf crime and new syntax for string. Okay, watch that one. So let's put a link here. Let's just link them. Yeah. So that the crime of C and yeah. Fantastic. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Pay me. Go to Xah Talk Show. Go up Xah code, xah.info, no S in HTTP, no S. Then go down, PayPal me, okay? PayPal me, Patreon, Amazon. Give me one shot, $100, something. PayPal, Amazon. Not famous, unfortunately. Okay, bye guys, bye.